Hi everyone. I wanted to share with you a word about Parashat Vayehi, which we read this week. We're at the end of the book of Genesis, and we've reached the moment of Jacob's death. And just before he dies, he gathers his children around him, and something's really bothering him. And his sons, they can see it on his face. What's troubling him? Well, he's in the land of Egypt, and his family is in Egypt. But he is linked with the land of Israel and with the God of Israel. And he wonders, what's going to happen with the covenant between God and my family? Have I properly communicated the values and ideas and the love of God that I have to them? They're surrounded by a very powerful Egyptian culture. What's going to happen? And it's at this moment the Midrash tells us that the sons can see in his face. They know what he's worried about. And so they say to him, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Perhaps the most famous line in the Torah. And it comes originally from the book of Deuteronomy, but the Midrash uses it for its own purposes. Now we would translate Shema Yisrael as, Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. But the Midrash is basically saying that what the sons were saying is, Hear, Israel, listen, Dad, because Jacob's name is, of course, Israel. Listen, Dad, the Lord is our God. The Lord is one. You don't have to worry. You did a good job. We got the message. We're going to teach it to our children and their children after them. I think there are at least two lessons about this story that we might learn. You know, one is that if Jacob is worried about whether or not he properly communicated the values and his connection to God, then it's no surprising that parents like you and me, for those of you who are parents, it's not surprising that we have our doubts. We wonder if we've done the right thing. Have we taught our children as well as we might? Have we given them the experiences that will make them love being Jewish the way we would like? And if Jacob was worried, it's no surprise that we are worried as well. And I think that this goes on generation after generation. We do our best, and we hope for the best. But ultimately, Jacob realizes that our ability to control the future only goes as far as our children. Then they will have to make their own decisions. They will have to decide how to embrace Jewish identity and Jewish life. And they will have to pass it on to their children. So we may worry, but ultimately, it's up to the next generation. And therefore, what we need to do, of course, is give our children the opportunities to live in an active, vibrant Jewish home, the opportunity for great Jewish education, for Jewish camping, for Jewish connection in all sorts of ways across generations. And it's really important for us to be able to feel that we've done all that we can to pass this on to our children. Ultimately, it will be left in their hands. Jacob is comforted after they say, listen, Dad, Shema Yisrael. He says, in his weakened state, and so he says it quietly, Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. He is relieved to hear this, and he can die in peace. It's not surprising that we have some angst about this. But rather than just feel the angst, what we need to do is energetically pass on our values and our ideas and our practices and Jewish life in a vibrant way to our children. And God promises Jacob that these ideas and this life, the life of the Jewish people, will persist long after he is gone. And we are part of that chain of tradition, which passes things on to our children. And we turn our children into the next generation of the Jewish people. So may it be for us and for many generations to come. I wish you a Shabbat Shalom.